Yeah.
It's written by Keanu Reeves and Matt Kindt. Illustrated by Garney. Sorry, I was gonna say Garvey, not Steve Garvey. Ron Garney. It's colored by Bill Crabtree, who is one of my favorite colorists in all of comics. He did Invincible and a bunch of other books I like, and it's
I was like, you wrote Invincible?
so, and it's lettered by Clem Robinson. And there's a bunch of variant covers and things like that. So I highly recommend it. Actually, if you go to this episode's show notes, there is a link to buy the comic that will help the show. So if you are interested when we're done talking about it, that would be much appreciated if you guys would go ahead and click on that. And obviously, it was created by Keanu Reeves. And it's BRZRKR, BRZRKR. Which is kind of for someone who's dyslexic, that's a really hard title to read, and it kind of gives me a headache. Even with the all caps.
Yeah, when I was trying to do a search before I actually saw the title, I'd knew what it was, BRZRKR, and I'm trying to put in all these different versions of that name to to have it come up.
Did you end up just doing Keanu's comic?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I have no idea what's going on here.
So. So I got the floppy of this at the comic book store last week. It was I actually forgot to put it in my poll, so I was lucky that there was an issue left or a copy left. But I also bought the digital copy just so I could read it more because I already bagged it and put it away. But yeah, I mean, it's a relatively long comic. It's 48 pages, so it's a little more than a standard book. I will say it's 48 pages for $4.99. So as far as a cost per page, that's a pretty good deal. I got some John Wick to it. I got a little Old Guard from it. Just kind of the way the story goes. But I liked it for the most part. I'll definitely get issue 2.
Yeah, I like that compare. That's a very good comparison, the John Wick Old Guard, because first of all, I mean that pretty much looks like Keanu.
Well, yeah, I mean it is. It
is.
Yeah.
So, and again, he starts off with him on a bench in the rain, which is kind of funny.
Well, John Wick style. I mean, it's not like I'm not Starfire, where the penguin is Starfire's kid. So,
oh my gosh.
Anyway. The penguin and Starfire had a baby. It's so gross. Anyway, but yeah, so I mean, it starts on a bench, and then we get it's time, and it goes into military adventure, jumping out of a helicopter without any
Was he wearing a parachute?
No parachute, no rappelling rope, just his hands taped up like proto Daredevil and his rifle ready to go.
And there is some violence in this book.
So, which is part of the reason why I was happy to see that Bill Crabtree was the colorist on this, because he does the violent coloring so well from his time with Invincible.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
So I really like when he rips the guy's rib bone out and stabs him with it, by the way, which happens around page 15. But no, this is great. There's not a ton of dialogue, which again leads me to the John Wick comparison. But it's a really good book as far as a first-time writer goes. I know he and Boom Studios got a lot of crap for putting this on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. I don't remember which crowdsourcing one it was on. But they got a lot of crap for why is a celebrity asking for people's money to make a book? Because they want to garner if there's enough attention for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasbro and stuff, when they do their
the HasLabs.
It's not HasLabs, yeah.
By the way, I got the Luke in the mall. I ended up getting the mall today.
Dude, that mall looks pretty sweet.
Well, I just like it that it's the comic book covers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do like that. Yeah.
I actually got 2 of the Lukes because I'm totally gonna open one. And I might frame the case, the packaging. I don't know. Anyway, but But yeah, no, I mean, it's a really nicely drawn, nicely colored, um, nicely written book. I mean, the dialogue is all on the back end for the most part. But yeah, it's just interesting, and it looks. I'm trying to figure out, like, because I did not read um anything like about it or anything else. I didn't read any reviews, but it really feels like there's some elements of time travel, or like kind of like the Animus. Is that what it's called in
Oh, in Assassin's Creed,
yeah.
the worst part of the game and the movie. But
Well, I mean, that's the whole movie takes place in that thing instead of
yeah.
in the past.
Well, I mean, when they actually go, yeah, it's like you don't learn. People don't learn. But yeah, I'm really curious where this is going, because this guy is he's almost like you, again, you mentioned Invincible. It's kind of like the Immortal in a way, in the sense that he doesn't look like he can die. Yeah. And it looks like his memories, it's one of those where, and I like this, where he remembers if he remembers something, he remembers everything about it.
Yeah. Like he remembers being born, like at the end.
Well, yeah, and that was like one of the things that, and I think that's the mystery that we're going to get as it unfolds, of him forcibly remembering stuff that he chose to forget for whatever reason. And yeah, like he's like, yeah, I remember being born, which is okay. That's interesting. But yeah, I am really curious to see where this goes. And for a first issue, it did a good job of, it was like that slow burn, in the sense of not with the stuff happening, but as far as the plot unfolding and who this guy is, because there was so much action going on, and him just, I mean, this page right here, he's just ripping this guy's arm off.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is the perfect book for Boom. If you like this book, check out more stuff from Boom. There's a book called Irredeemable, which is kind of like the worst case scenario of Homelander, which came out before The Boys. That a lot.
Yeah, I read that a while back. Yeah.
Incorruptible is another good one. Mouse Guard. I didn't read that one. Mouse Guard is amazing. Hawk and Genesis is amazing. But yeah, I mean, there's just a ton of like really good Boom Studio books out there that are well worth reading, just for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna follow this book, and me, and I usually go back and read comics. I don't keep up with them, but this is one of those I'm going to kind of keep up with. And also I am going to, a couple of those Boom Studio books I have heard about almost positively from you, most likely from you. Almost 100%.
I mean, most of these are on Comixology Unlimited as well. They have a really good series of Expanse comics, by the way, from Boom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've got a bunch of those. They did the Farscape comic, which is like kind of what got me into them forever ago. But yeah, I really like their books. I think they're good. Actually, my favorite Boom book is called Higher Earth. It's like a mix of Highlander, The One, and Sliders.
Man, there's so much out there, man.
So like, I mean, not just. Here's the thing: if you only read DC and Marvel, great. Fine. No, I'm not judging, not making fun of you, but like, if you go and look at this, like there's a book called Lantern City from Boom, which I have a Lantern City shirt. That's how much I like that book. And there's just a lot out there for you to see, and there, if there's something that you really, really are into, there's probably a book like that is in that category for you. So it's kind of worth checking out. Now, like these let me rephrase that. These smaller publishers, they can take a chance with a book like Berzerker or BRZRKR. But yeah. Oh, I forgot. The other one I really liked from Boom was Superbia. It was Grace Randolph's comic series about like a superhero group that are like essentially all live in the same neighborhood. in the like, it's like Desperate Housewives meets the Justice League sort of a thing.
I didn't even know she had a comic book out.
Yeah, that was before she lost her mind and started making up news stories. Allegedly making up news stories. How about I throw that in there? Cover my ass.
To go with Jim Rome, how he used to say, allegedly.
Alleged. Oh, I have a story for. I think I've told you my Jim Rome story. I hate Jim Rome.
I used to listen to. I haven't listened to him in.
Yeah, I'll tell you my story. You'll change your tune on him real quick. I'll do it.
I haven't listened to him in years, but
I don't think he's even on anymore, is he? I think he's. Like,
he has a TV show.
He's like destitute, living in a
van down by the river.
In a van down by. No, because that's cool now. That's what the cool kids do with the van life.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so that being said, Berzerker is well worth checking out, and it should be done by all. And just check out some other boom books. I'm telling you, if you go to the Infos, I'm just plugging everything today. This is great. Go to infospodcast.com/comicsology and you can get 30 days free to Comicsology Unlimited. And I just pulled it up, and most of this stuff that we've talked about is on Comicsology Unlimited. Berzerker is not yet. It usually takes like a month or two before they put this stuff up on Unlimited, but it's well worth it. Do you remember the movie Two Guns with Denzel and Mark Wahlberg? That's a Boom comic as well.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie, and I think in the title credits it was like based off of the comic books or something like that. I'm like, what?
So
really?
Yeah.
That movie was so much fun.
But to circle back, Berzerker, I think as far as the first issue goes, it does a really good job of not telling you anything, but hooking you into the larger story.
Yes.
And I don't know how many issues it's supposed to be.
It's set on the first page of, I think it was like 1 of 12. Let me see if I saw that right. Berzerker, yes. Like in the title page.
Oh,
okay. Where it says 1 of 12.
Oh, I guess I could pull that up and look, but but yeah, it's well worth the read. It's a good book. It's a lot of fun. So
yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one.
Anyway, all right, cool. So moving on, we've got.